Some players come back for money, others come back for fame. But Brandon Graham came back for something much deeper. At 37 years old, the man who was the Philadelphia Eagles decided to rewrite his own ending, and the truth is, he never really wanted it to end in the first place. On his podcast, Brandon Graham Unblocked, the two-time Super Bowl champion, finally opened up. He told the full story, why he left, why he's back, and what comes next. And when you hear it all, you realize this isn't about stats, or snaps, or even football. It's about home. Brandon admitted that when he retired, it wasn't because he wanted to. It was because Howie Roseman, the Eagles GM, thought it was the perfect storybook ending. Philly had just won the Super Bowl. He could walk away on top as the longest tenured Eagle in franchise history. It all made sense, except to Brandon. I didn't really want to retire, he said, but it felt like the right time. Philly had everything they needed, and I didn't see myself anywhere else. It just seemed like the best way to go out. So he tried. He stayed active, kept training, played golf, spent time with family. But as the season drew closer, that fire, the one that made him who he is, started to burn again. And then came the call from Howie Roseman himself. Hey BG, we might need you. At first, Graham said no. He wasn't ready. He wanted to think. Then the Eagles signed Zadarius Smith, and he figured that door was closed for good. Until suddenly, Smith retired out of nowhere. That's when Graham started to feel it. That pull, that sign from above. I started praying, he said. I asked, Lord, if another opportunity comes, what should I do? I didn't want to rush back just because it felt comfortable. He talked it through with his wife, Caroline, and she told him exactly what he needed to hear. Do what your heart tells you. I just want your mind to be in a good place. And that's when it clicked. Graham realized this wasn't about comfort. It was about purpose. I still felt like I had some juice left. I didn't want to have regrets. So if this opportunity came back around, I knew I had to take it. And it really did come back around. In the most poetic way possible. The locker that once belonged to Graham. It's the same one Zadarius Smith used before retiring, as if the game itself left a space waiting. Now he's officially back. But that brings the big question. Why now? Because this return isn't about desperation. It's about destiny. Brandon Graham didn't come back because the Eagles ran out of options. He came back because he saw a defense full of young talent. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith. And he knew he could still make a difference. Not just with plays, but with presence. He's not trying to be the 2016 version of himself. He's coming back to be the voice, the energy, the heartbeat of the locker room again. And that's exactly what this team needs. Still, Graham was honest about where he's at physically. He revealed that his original plan was to return after the bye week, week 9, to have time to train and ramp up his body. But the Eagles needed him sooner, and he said yes. Now, the plan is clear. 2 full weeks to get his body back into rhythm. He might even play a small role against the Giants this week, but the real goal is to be 100% ready for the Green Bay Packers in week 10. I feel light. I feel good. I'm ready to bring the energy back, he said, laughing. I can't wait for that first play, to look at the sideline and say, you thought I was done, huh? That's Brandon Graham in a nutshell. Optimistic, energetic, relentless. The same fire that's carried him for 15 seasons is still alive. And now, Philly gets to feel it one more time. But don't expect speeches or promises. He said he's not setting expectations. He just wants to give everything he's got. I just want to have fun, give my all, and enjoy this game while I still can. Because one day, no one's calling anymore. I don't want to walk away with regrets. Those words hit hard, because deep down, every Eagles fan knows what Brandon Graham means to this city. He's more than a player. He's the embodiment of Philly toughness. A man who's fallen, risen, and never lost that smile. And now, with him back in Midnight Green, the city feels something different. It's not nostalgia, it's hope. Brandon Graham is back, and if his spirit matches his words, this might just be the comeback story that reignites the entire defense. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Brandon Graham can spark this team again and lead the defense back to greatness? Or is it time for the next generation to take the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comment, hit that like button if you love Real Eagles talk, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notification, because if Brandon Graham plays like he sounds, this could be one of the most emotional returns in NFL history. Fly, Eagles, fly.